Yes.
Welcome back
Okay.
to the 96th episode.
96.
Premium Advantage, baby, at the edge every single time. Today, live episode, Friday, November the 1st. Halloween is over. Now we could try to go live on the Instagram again. Every week we're gonna go through this little process until it gets done.
Technology.
I keep looking at
But
the
it's
camera.
okay. It's okay. It's okay. We'll get back to you, little link.
Sound check.
96 episodes. So many things have happened ever since last week. Even from the beginning of the episodes, we keep accumulating information and we gather it and we go and we organize it and then we post it.
Boom.
Special mentions on helping with home insurance. Don't forget, go to the website, thepremiumadvantage.com. If you have questions about protecting your property against fires, against hurricanes and things of that nature, go to the website. We'll help you out. Commercial insurance, if you need to organize that information, you got too many effective dates, too many bills, you don't know what's happening, go to the website, thepremiumadvantage.com, set up a free appointment. We'll get you all informed. Commercial auto insurance, fleets, if you have a bunch of cars that you need insurance for, you don't know what these cars are, and everybody's driving them, please set up an appointment at thepremiumadvantage.com. We will help you out with that information. All right. Today, our host today, myself, Roberto, Premium HTX in all social media. Our co-host is Jacinto.
Hello, everyone in podcast land.
Oh.
And today, a special guest with the sound effects, Miss Hannah Abney. Thank you very much for coming today.
Oh my God.
You can look for Hannah at Hannah at 650.
Ha-ha. I was actually going to say my initials are the ha-ha. I think like ha is my initials. So Jacinto. Ha. Okay, there we go.
Oh, I like you guys are collaborating.
Okay.
Plan ahead.
I like it. And it's a
Halloween.
Yeah, right. That's right.
professional comedian and performer. I love it. Thank you very much for coming out today. We're always trying to share exposure with regards to local artists and things like that. So this is definitely an added bonus for today's episode.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
Sure thing. And on top of that, if we can save you in insurance and taxes, trying to roll into 20 minutes.
Even better.
20 minutes. Here we go. I know. Today's agenda, what we have is we have some information that we'd like to be informed about. These are new things that are coming up. So as we all get the information, we share, we get feedback and try to see where everything is with regards to reality and things of that nature. Okay. So some information that we got today on today's agenda, apparently an AI chatbot. There are some allegations about it helping a teen boy commit suicide. There's some situations with regards to that. HISD bond on the elections. If anybody's voted, we can talk a little bit about voting itself and the HISD bond and the elections that everybody's going through right now. We got the sports updates. Trying to be predictive. We're trying to be predictive. We'll always give you some information. We hit and miss. We're pretty accurate to some degree. Mostly hit, right? We're over 50-50. We'll be talking a little bit about that.
Way over.
Events and networking events of the week. We got a new segment coming up about networking events that I go to. I'll give you some information. Events that are coming up for entertainment and things like that. Jacinto's going to give us some more information on those. Today, Miss Hannah is going to also share some of that information. I hope.
Yes.
And we have the raffle. Don't forget, the first of the month is the raffle situation. So
subscribe and win.
Right. And then one more thing is
that was a sound effect. Sorry.
That's good.
So she's here for.
We can use that.
Yeah.
Slow down was part of the game. Was 30 seconds. Went through the whole intro information, got through the concept of the saving time and money in insurance and taxes. And we're going to now go through the rest of the episode slowly.
Some of the comments we received in the past have told us that we've been taking way too fast.
Oh.
So we've decided
we're gonna
to slow it down.
Try to slow it down.
Move and chop.
Boom.
Ooh, you should.
Can we get a sound check? Do we have a sound check?
I did it. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes. I'm
Get
ahead
the
of you.
sound check.
I'm with you. We're
Get the
good.
sound checks. Hold on one second. Before we go into the still the life evades us.
Yes.
The conversation. Okay, so this is actually a very tragic situation. It's a very tragic situation, unfortunate situation that we're all beginning to learn about the power and the ability of
AI.
The AI. Correct. So Associated Press put a report out regarding an AI chatbot. Apparently, there's allegations. There's a lawsuit, and I would point folks to go look at the information so they can be aware of the level of sophistication that the communication, because they're posting it in the public space.
Yeah.
Meaning like the chatbot said this is the response, and it was it was very personal, that conversation that was in that. I thought,
Wow.
oh, wait, that's.
So did the chatbot like call the kid names, or was the kid like, how does one tie a noose? And it was like steps A. You know what I mean?
That is a wonderful question. It's challenging
I
for
ask
me
good
to go through. Yes, we just typically just skim through the episode. now we got people asking questions. So it's very sad situation, but we all should be informed is what it is, because the language is very personal. It was more of affection. Affection, yep, is the more concerning even. It was affectionate language that drove this. Yep, affectionate due to and then drawn to violence. And I wasn't there. I wasn't there with regards to this entirely. All I run into this, and I'm like, oh man, I've got children. I myself am a person.
Right.
I've seen how this evolved. Maybe we should discuss it.
And this is just the beginning. Once AI gets more complicated and gets more sophisticated, it's going to be scary how good they can.
It's already scary, and then I perceive that it's something that we should discuss. Again, this tragedy. This I wouldn't know what else to call it. Something we should pay attention to. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man.
So so keep it in mind. Sometimes, and there's legal situations out there about like advising marketers and things like to let you know that you're dealing with like an AI because it's now becoming so realistic.
Yeah, it's scary. Did you hear that Mattress Mack commercial the other day? So Mattress Mack, he tries to do commercials in Spanish, and his Spanish is so bad.
Oh, sure.
But he did one, and it was perfect. And I'm like, whoa, why does it sound so great? And then my friend's like, dude, that's AI. They're totally using his voice to create it in Spanish and do it the same way. Along the same token, right now, almost all the big actors in Hollywood are creating this giant lawsuit together because they don't want their likenesses used in any sort of future films or any sort of like that. As opposed to like people like James Earl Jones, he sold his voice to Disney. Oh. So from now on, they're going to use AI. Darth Vader and Mufasa are going to be forever.
Forever.
Sorry, talking movie.
I mean, he got an eternal voice. What can you say?
But it's fascinating with how.
But he got paid though. It's different than
his family and his estate will always get paid for that.
So there was compensation there, which is like they're saying, hey, well, that's not compensation here.
Yes.
Make me an offer. A big enough star that he can negotiate good compensation. Because like people who are just coming up, like something that happens when you're non-union is, you get, like Joey Tribbiani, that episode where he's like on the subway and it's like, oh, he's got like vaginal or well, he doesn't have a vagina, but he's got like sorry, I don't know if I can use that word. My bad. But he's got like some disease. But like it's like you get paid in perpetuity for them to use it. You just get paid like a couple $100. You're always associated with it. Yeah. So,
but they're gonna miss on that if AI can replace like background acters and people that you're not gonna have to pay those people anymore.
It's one of the things that we discuss is the shifts of the market, how things move, what we all need to be aware of and things like that. Because if you're not aware, like nobody told me all that. That's what we're here for. And if we save you taxes and insurance at the same
time and money.
See how this goes. HISD bond. This is a big update with regards to this because I voted. I was trying to be a little bit more personal. Don't forget that one to vote. And so nobody told me this. Here's the deal. Nobody told me this. Meaning, like up to that point when I went to vote, I had been hearing the entire time about the bond, right? And everybody had their own opinions about the bond, blah blah. And so, but what was definitely being pressed or is still there is like, hey, it's not a tax increase. It's not a tax increase, okay? But then when you get to the ballot and then you get to the bond, it's like. This is a tax increase.
It literally says it
like that.
Wow. So bait and switch.
Like what?
Bait and switch situation with politics.
Well, apparently it's very careful wording with regards to the nature of what's an increase of something that was there that may not be in the future, but you're gonna keep paying for. But so it's not an increase from now, so it's the same because the way that because there was a prior bond that apparently is getting due in payment, so they're like supplement to the bond, so it's not an increase. It's hard to say. You want to support the schools. You do want to support the schools.
Of course, that's why they put it on the HISD bond. So you're like, I want to help the kids.
Yes, correct. Keeping in mind that it's a new board that wasn't elected by anybody. It was a TEA take over the county, so it's not like so that right now the public is being tested with regards to, I would say, whether or not they're willing to just throw money at the problem, which at this point is like we're looking to help the kids now, educate the kids now. You do a $4.4 billion bond. It's like, okay, you're gonna get
4.4 billion.
Yes, and only one person is in charge of that. So that's and a board of like.
Did I catch the pinky right?
Yeah. One person in charge of that. Yeah, he's up there, totally pinkied up.
Yeah, yes, and the interviews. you know, if you understand the nature of the bond, it's not like we don't understand it, but it's like, is that how it's going to play out? Are the kids actually going to get educated? There hasn't been a good proposal with regards to the baseline success for education, I guess you could say. More like, let's just do this bond and that should work.
So the solution is read the fine print.
Yeah, I mean, you know, everybody wants education. It's always because education in the whole system, what I perceive, should help you lower insurance and taxes. If you're more informed, you're more educated, you make more informed decisions, you come up with different solutions.
Ideally.
You should be able to,
Ideally,
you know, a little bit. The more that you let the government and other people do more stuff for you, like that's taxes, and that, you know, that's what you gotta pay for.
They have to get paid to do it, right?
So somebody's gotta solve these problems, and so you know, people more informed. Anyway, nonetheless,
good stuff.
But at the ballot, that's what I looked it up. Apparently, it's news. It's like, yep, no, I'm not the only one that saw it. It's ABC. It's like, yep, it's backwards. They're both correct. Nobody's lying to you. That's what they're saying.
How can they both kick? What?
Because of the play, masterful wordplay.
Damn,
That's right.
dude.
Reality subjective, dog. Welcome to quantum realities. The
That sounds like some AI stuff.
That is terrible too. Dude, you know that reminds me of is the FDA with sugar. So they have products now that says sugar free, right? So you're like, oh, sugar free, but they have a sugar derivative. So there's something called sucralose.
Yeah.
Right. So there's so many derivatives of sugar that the FDA has said, oh, that's not sugar. It doesn't absorb in your body the same way, but it's affecting us tremendously. So because it's worded differently, it's not sugar. Like, what?
So you say sugar.
It's not sugar.
You say sugar. It's not sugar.
Right, but it's not. It's sucralose.
That's completely different.
Politicians be politicking.
Dude, seriously, wordplay.
But it is different. It's sweet. That is sweet. But it's not.
But it's actually worse than real sugar.
Yeah.
Because it affects your kidneys.
Wow.
Dude, it's better to have real sugar.
Oh, well, there you go. So here we go. A little bit of information here, all over the place.
So good.
I mean, as someone who loves to bake, I've been saying real sugar is the best for.
What about honey? I typically like. I prefer honey or brown
too,
sugar.
Right? Honey also?
Oh yeah. I mean, well, it depends on what you're making.
Sure,
but I mean, if I'm making I like real sugar.
No,
Give me real sugar.
In moderation.
I like brown sugar.
Everything in moderation.
Everything in moderation.
Yeah.
Enjoy your sweets. Enjoy your stuff in moderation.
But have real sugar when you do it.
Do it. Yeah.
Cool. So then. Sportito episodes. All right, so we talked about the bond. We talked a little bit about the AI dangers that are out there in situations.
So, that's the cherry on top. All right, so Sports Meet though this week we have, I think baseball happened. I don't know. I don't care. It's not the Astros, so whatever. But okay, I'm not gonna lie. I did watch because I love baseball so much, and I knew that this is the end of the season. I'm not gonna have baseball for a whole nother till next season. So. Congratulations to the Dodgers for winning the World Series. Whatever, y'all lucky you didn't play the Astros. Is all I gotta say. But it was an interesting series because the New York Yankees got almost swept and they looked terrible. So I felt happy because I just don't like the Yankees.
Cheers to that.
Cheers
I'm a
to
Mets
that.
fan. All right, yeah.
Cheers
all around to that. So congratulations to them. Whatever, don't care. Yeah. But Ohtani did nothing. So that was interesting. He did nothing.
Is that right?
Yeah, he didn't do hardly anything, and it was all the other players did. Freddie Freeman was the MVP. Freddie Freeman in the first game of the World Series hit a grand slam to win the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, it was crazy exciting to watch that. But then they almost got swept, so it was like, it should have been the Astros. That's all I gotta say about that. So,
all right,
next
cool.
one. All right, so when it comes to football, the Texans, since our last episode, we've actually had 2 games since our last episode because the game was last Sunday, and then we had the Thursday night game.
They look kind of tired.
Last
they look
night, right. And that's part of it, right? So big deal here with these punks, the Jets, because last week they messed up my streak of parlay wins.
Oh, that's right.
So
the Green Bay Packers, and now they came and sorry.
You're good. I'm with you. So the week before I had a 4-team parlay and won. The second week I did it again, 4 teams and won. The third week I picked 6 teams and added these punks to it, and they lost and ruined my whole parlay. Every other team hit on my parlay except for them. And now Thursday night comes, and they're playing our team, the Texans. Now it's personal. And what do? They win. They beat the Texans. How? Vegas knew.
Yeah.
Vegas knew. For some reason, the spread was 2 points.
Oh, you know how?
And everybody's like, "What is this? Why is it only 2 points?"
You know what? They've been watching the premium advantage. Is my only thought. They got ahead of you, dude.
You're welcome, Vegas. You're welcome, Vegas.
They must have gotten ahead of you.
That's
like,
what it was.
because you called out your bet out loud.
I did.
You called out your bets out loud.
I did.
Oh, you got to be mindful about that.
You're right.
Oh, shit,
You're right. and I mean, just look at the spreads, man.
Yeah.
It seems like the NFL is getting rigged. Everybody keeps making this like assumption,
Oh, man, we gotta watch
but it's getting weird because our kicker, okay, Fairbairn, our kicker hits 60-yarders like nothing.
He missed 2 of them.
55.
He missed 2 of them.
Dude, at 20 yards. How does he hit him from the parking lot like nothing, and then gets right up to it and
Right.
How?
Let me ask you this: does this loss damage the Texans too much at all?
No,
really.
That's the other thing.
That's intriguing.
They knew that too. Okay,
really?
Half of our team was hurt.
Oh, so maybe you don't want to play that much. Maybe maybe the Texans were tired. They didn't have the full lineup. They kind of were like, let's just play it out. So we should have been mindful about that potentially, where they didn't give it 100% every game. Okay, I get it.
So that one was a mind just. But the Jets organization themselves have big problems.
So Thursday games potentially has an influence with regards to how they get. So when was the last Jets game? 2 weeks ago? Or did they also play on Sunday?
No, also Sunday.
Oh, but they also played this past Sunday?
Yeah, both of us had a short week.
Both of them had a short week.
But they have a lot more healthy players than we do.
Right?
Our main starters are out, man. And then the other thing is this was their Super Bowl.
Is that right?
They had to win this game or the season is over.
For the Texans?
The Jets.
The
Jets. So that's why they were like clawing to win that game. And we were like, you can go ahead if you want it. It doesn't affect us because we're number 1 in our division.
Should be mindful about that.
This loss doesn't mean anything for us. So it's everything for them. So they won, whatever, but it was a beat up Texans team. We'll see y'all again. It's all right. It's all right.
No, take a note because you got to take note.
Yeah, exactly, man. So that's it for Sportsito this week.
Cool. Thank you very much for the update.
Very informative.
Yeah, but isn't it? I'm telling you, you get it like that. Oh, I'm all caught up with the weeks and the games and everything. Only 3 losses in the season, right? For the Texans?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
See how
I've only heard the word parlay used in Pirates of the Caribbean, so I'm just, happy to like hear the vocabulary.
That's exactly it's the same thing.
It's a parlay.
Multiple ones on the same thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
See how we're all connecting the dots.
So next week we got the Lions. Good luck to the Texans. I'm predicting a win. We're gonna win by 5,000 points.
Nice. Actually, don't forget to look at the odds. A new segment that we're kind of developing because it's in development, is the networking and events situation, right? Something that we talked about. So I'm making a note of looking for events in Houston, seeing how business owners can get solutions and things like that. And I found this event, which was awesome. It was a great event, which was at NRG.
It's like a great turnout.
Yeah, it's a good turnout. You could get different levels of engagement with regards to the event too. Meaning you could go there for free to several of the interactions that they had. They had the whole platform where you can go and meet all the vendors and things like that. I had a really good time, met a bunch of people. And so some other business owners that I was surprised to see there.
It's just all entrepreneurs? What are they talking about? What is it?
Business development, AI development, strategies for growth of your business. They do speed networking and things like that.
For any type of business, right?
Any type of business, I would say, yeah. Because,
any service,
supplier service.
What about comedians?
Yeah, everything. If you want to go there, because don't forget, it's got zero to do the introduction.
And they'll teach us how to network and how to.
Some aspects of it, you could get a little bit of lessons, but if the more intriguing ones, you do have to like sponsor or pay a ticket or something like that.
Looks like they need a host. You should host that.
Right. Potentially, you could actually go there and take the opportunity and present yourself and go, hey, because everybody's there engaging. So you can go, hey, where's the manager? Where's that? Oh, this is what I do.
Everybody there's engaged?
Everybody's engaged.
What? There's no single people?
There
you go. Now he's with me.
It's an engagement party. Thank you. So that was on Wednesday, October 30th. We're going to be looking for more events, doing more things like that.
Dude. That's awesome.
And that is to create connection and create some more streamlining with the events that we propose, that we promote, which is another one coming up on November 1st, which is today.
Yes.
So tonight at Net Bar in the Heights, Shady Acres.
Shady Acres.
That's where it's at. Tell us what's happening tonight.
I thought it was a retirement home at first. I saw the name. I was like, is this where we're doing this? Is this why we're doing the dead comedians? They'll remember them.
Whatever it takes.
Hannah, you want to tell the people about our show?
Oh, yeah. It's going to be super fun. So it's a Day of the Dead show, and we're all performing as dead comedians. I'm Joan Rivers. Hello. Hello, darling.
Don't give too much. Yeah,
you have to come to the show.
That's right.
God.
Yeah, so it's 1717 West 22nd Street. It's called Net Bar, Shady Acres. You can just Google that. So you can RSVP. Also, we have the link set up in shieshimedia.com, XIE.com. We're hoping to get people in. So we're going to have Richard Pryor, Joan Rivers, Norm Macdonald, and Mitch Hedberg coming out from the dead.
I'm Mitch. Right? He's Mitch.
I'm Mitch.
That's great.
So it's going to be an amazing show and guaranteed to be hilarious because these are professional comedians' jokes that they've already like tried all over the United States, all over the world. So these are like legit jokes. I'm so excited for the show. Super special show tonight.
Honestly, it's nice to get to do because it's like normally when you're doing your own material, like I hope it doesn't bomb.
Right.
With this, I'm like, oh yeah, Joe knows what she's doing.
It feels. You don't. I don't know about you, but I don't have that small anxiety. Like, man, should I say it this way? Should I say it that way? It's just I can just flow.
Oh, 100. Yeah, I feel like I just need the moment before. I'm like going back to my Meisner classes. You know what I mean?
What's the Meisner class?
Oh my God, it's like acting technique. Have you ever been to an acting class? Does your audience like?
Who are you talking to? It's nobody else.
Oh my God. Well, no, it's like I don't know. It's like you get it. Like this was like 10 years ago. I was in acting school. I don't know if I was a great student, but I was a student. But you set up like your moment before, so it's like you don't just appear out of nowhere. And actors they take they take themselves super seriously. They're like, I'm saving the world right now. Making spaghetti. Right as my husband's being buried in the lot outside, and I have no idea it's happening. But I didn't just appear here making spaghetti. What compelled me to make spaghetti? Right. So like when they pick you up in the Barilla commercial in the ad, right? You're not just like opening it and like Barilla, buy the spaghetti. You're like, oh my God, I was starving, I was famished. But it takes me back to Italy. My grandmother was from Italy. I never met her, but I wanted to meet her. I'm opening the Barilla pack. And now your eyes are like,
man, I'm getting hungry.
This is so good right now.
Like your moment before, like what compelled you to do?
Love it.
Sure.
That was amazing.
Thank you.
Dude,
wow. You should have that in an interview, right? Like maybe have like a sense of desperation. Like I need this job. Don't take my advice. I'm sorry. I actually don't have desperation in a job interview.
Dude, that's amazing.
Unless you get it. I mean, whatever you get.
I don't think, if you get a job out of desperation, I don't know if you want that job.
That might be true.
But if you need it, you need it. You know what I'm saying?
Like I work for some questionable people in New York. They'll hire you for desperation. I don't know if you'll be happy that you got hired.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Texas is a different state. We're a different state. Desperation means different things for the South. Reality is subjective.
Well, I mean, is reality subjective?
There is levels of subjectivity, but I appreciate your perception with regards to all this. Look at that. I like it. So
I think your experience is subjective.
Look at you. Right? I like it. Everybody's experience is subjective to somebody else.
But the reality.
All right.
Not everybody loves a pumpkin spice latte. That's subjective.
Sure.
But it exists. That's the reality.
That's right. But it could be delicious. Not be delicious. Desperation could mean going from 5 apartment to 5 bedroom to like a 1 bedroom. Oh, what?
Yeah. Or going from a grande to a tall. All right. That's how I know. Like the economy
I'm not doing it for that.
Getting me if I change my barista order. I realized anytime I move to a new city, I get a barista before I get a doctor.
That's important.
And I have a longer relationship with them. I see a doctor.
Kind of lower cost to some degree, and at the end, alcohol cures everything. So it's like, why are you doing with all the extra stuff? Just keep drinking it in. Alcohol is solid from the inside.
Yeah. Serve me Kahlua, serve me espresso. I'll take it.
I'll drink to that.
Coffee flavor.
Productive. But saving insurance and taxes is stay informed.
Yes.
Boom, once a week, live episodes. If you're interested. Oh, don't forget, I forgot to mention, on top of that, it's not just a show, it's an episode. It's getting recorded and then promoted, right? So there's sponsorships available for you. Don't forget, it's a free episode that you can go have access to, network, creating connections so that you can market, saving insurance, saving taxes, pow, and stay informed.
I mean, if you have commercials, we know about moment befores now.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yes.
Look at that. That was a shameless plug. I thought that was good. That was
smooth.
Thank you.
Tonight. Performance. Tonight. The raffle, the monthly raffle, and win prizes. Oh my bad, I get excited with it. Save insurance and taxes and get episodes and free money.
Oh
What's happening here?
God.
I'm telling you.
This is great.
I know, it's just right.
I'm getting better.
I thought the best deal I got today was like a coupon for Potbelly sandwiches, but no.
You get, you see, and then later it's telling you save insurance and taxes. You'll be like, oh wow, it's happening. So,
I know.
The raffle winner for this month, we have Michelle Hernandez. Thank you, Michelle.
Woo!
Congrats, Michelle.
We're gonna send her an email, letting her know that she has an option. She has an option for a $100 gift card, or be part of the episode as a guest, or as part of the audience, or
your face here.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
I was like, whoa, it's so close.
Oh my God, I
feel like I'm at the dentist. I'm sorry.
Awesome.
You're messing up Michelle's moment.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that was great. Sorry, Michelle.
I'm printing it to the event tonight. I hope you can make it for tonight, but if you can't, it's
that'd be great, Michelle. Come through.
Yay! Oh my God.
All right, cool. I think that's it with regards to the information.
Yeah.
Man, we are thorough. We talked a lot about AI threats. Talked a lot about voting. A lot about taxation, bonds, yes and no's, yes and yes, reality, subjective. Boom, a lot. And then entertainment, taxes, networking. Where are we at with the time?
Sports.
Where are we at with
We're
the
good,
time?
man. We're at that time. Yepper.
Anything else from
Would
you?
you like to promote your show or anything else?
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you. Yeah. So I do. I teach yoga. Namaste. Thank you. Oh my God, I love that. That was great, you guys. I felt like
we did it together.
I know, right? That was perfect. You like are great students. This guy, these guys.
Welcome.
I know. He wants some hot stones. I don't know, but no, I teach yoga at a yoga studio in Katy called Sarasana. We do massage and acupuncture, but once a month, we turn the yoga room into a comedy showroom. And me and another instructor there, we get a bunch of comics to come in, and after they perform, we read their astrology charts.
What?
Yes, it's super fun.
What?
It's also good networking for other businesses in the area because we get local vendors in Katy. So we have like a CBD guy. We have a lady who does tarot readings. We're open to other people. I had a chiropractor reach out to me once. So I was like, yeah, we could do that, like before the show. But it's a lot of fun. And it's next Saturday, November 9th. We do it once a month for the new moon. So it's Scorpio season, new moon comedy show. You can find the Eventbrite link, on my Instagram if you follow. But you can also just find New Moon Comedy Show on Instagram. And it's Saturday, November 9th. Doors at 7, show at 7:30.
Boom. Where do they get tickets? How does that work?
They can get them at the door or online. We prefer online. It's cheaper online. You prefer it too. Right? But and there's free drinks with the show.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. Wow. We get sponsors too.
I like it.
I had a moment before when I talked to him.
I like it. Can we get drinks? Like really good drinks.
Yeah.
Nice.
New Moon Comedy.
I like it. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys.